If you like to listen to learn when you're on the go, and you want to stay on top of the self-publishing industry, get inspired, or just learn from some of the smartest or most interesting self-publishing authors out there, then today's video is for you. I'm Julie the Book Broad with booklaunchers.com, your professional self-publishing team helping you write, publish, and sell nonfiction books that grow your business and make you money. And here's the best part. You keep all the rights and the royalties to your book. We just make the whole process easier and quite likely more successful. Today, I thought I'd do something a little different. I thought I would celebrate a medium I haven't talked too much about before, and that's the podcast platform. I have a fairly short walking commute to get to work, 15 minutes each way. That means I can barely consume 2 to 3 podcast episodes a week in my commute. Add to that the odd drive around doing errands, and maybe I'm getting through 4 podcasts per week. So I'm not exactly the ultimate expert on the subject, but I've checked out almost all the self-publishing podcasts, and I've been interviewed on quite a few too. So I'm going to share the 5 podcasts I listen to on a very regular basis, and then you can tell me below your favorites. Deal? Okay. And by the way, these aren't in order because I don't know what would be my number 1 versus my number 5. They're all different. These are just the ones that I've stuck with over a few years. The Sell More Books show. This is where I find out what people in the industry are talking about. I've mentioned this show in several videos. They have tips in every episode, and they also have the latest in the self-publishing industry. It's really a news show for authors. Jim Kukral and Brian Cohen are the hosts, and they run author support businesses, but they're servicing their community by helping all of us stay on top of forums and publications and industry trends. So I always know what's going on with Amazon and the latest marketing techniques that are working and that people are trying and aren't having success with. So definitely that's one show I never miss because I don't want to miss out on anything that could impact our author clients. And here's a fun fact for you. I created a Patreon account just to support their show. Smart Passive Income Show with Pat Flynn. He's successfully self-published his books, and he even got his self-published book onto the Wall Street Journal bestseller list. His show isn't about books though. In fact, he talks about everything you need to know how to build a business online and do that while still spending time with your family. In fact, I think he even has a podcast with his son now. I don't listen to every episode, but I do like it because it gives tips on how to build your author platform, gain ideas for monetizing the content you're creating, and it'll just get you inspired to think a little bigger with your business and your book. And you do learn some of the things he's done with his books, including a big Kickstarter campaign he did for the 10-year anniversary of his first book, Let Go. He had 854 backers that pledged over $77,000 to help bring that project to life. The Book Marketing Show with Dave Chesson. To me, the content on this show is not always of interest to me. I know I have a lot of children's book authors watching, and he did do a great episode on that in November 2018, so you might want to check that one out. I find this show's a little frustrating because the episodes come out inconsistently, which kind of drives me bonkers because I love knowing every Wednesday the Sell More Books show comes out, every Sunday, number 5 on my list comes out, but he has great content and it's worth tuning in whenever he's published a new episode. The James Altucher Show by James Altucher. He self-published his book, Choose Yourself, but this show really has nothing to do with self-publishing except for he promotes some free report that he has on self-publishing at the start of some of his shows. But this actually is hands down my favorite interview show podcast, so I had to put it on the list. His guests are always interesting, and he never lets them just talk about surface stuff. He always wants to know why they did what they did, how they did it, and what the people around him did when they did that. He gets into the details, and I retell so many of the stories from his show because I find them inspiring and motivating. And I actually learn more about the people he interviews because I've gotten to know them on the show. So it's not really a self-publishing show at all, but I think it's important to hear a variety of perspectives and get some inspiration. And his show does that for me. The Creative Pen with Joanna Penn. No list of podcasters in the self-publishing space would be complete without her. She is so positive and interesting to listen to. My personal favorite is when she does solo shows. She talks a lot about the future of self-publishing, AI, and tech, and where the industry is going. I'm always excited to hear when it's a solo show because that's really why I tune in. Her guests are okay for me, but I really tune in to hear her perspective. So in 2019, she's going to do more solo shows, which is great news for me. She's a multiple stream of income author, fiction writer, nonfiction. She has courses, she does speaking. She's really positive and optimistic about being an author and self-publishing. And I love her perspective that helps me look into new trends and opportunities in the industry. So those are my favorite 5. What are yours? Maybe I'll find myself with a new one I have to make time for. I guess I could always walk a little slower when I go to my office. And while you're here, please subscribe to the channel and comment below. Everyone who comments the day a video is released will be entered to win some super cool book launcher swag. Oh, so good. It's too bad it's empty. I could use some coffee. See you on the next video. Maybe this one. It's really good. Click it and watch. Or click this one and watch. That one's a good one too. Seriously, why are you still watching me here when there's all these other amazing videos to help you with your book publishing journey just waiting to be clicked on? Click to another video. See you on that next one.